The route for all esports growth starts here.
This is College Esports Now.
Tune in to College Esports Now for the most exciting updates and highlights in collegiate gaming.
Get ready for non-stop action and excitement. Experience the thrill of college esports.
Every Friday and Sunday on ESTV.
Hello everyone and welcome back to College Esports Now. I'm your host Paulie Hype, and this week I'll be flying solo as my co-host Kari Misu is out covering other events. Episode 4 starts now. Let's start with gaming news and esports standings from our partners at the North American Collegiate League. We start out with FIFA, and on March 8th we had Cryptix and Hunter in the cast, entertaining us and giving us wonderful insight throughout all the 3 games. The first series began, a ruthless match between Papa Chacon and Calcido, a game which promptly ended 2-0 in favor of Papa Chacon. The second series was a 2-1 in favor of LAR BZ, performing what was probably the funniest match of the night, all against the unfortunate many. Too much of the favor of the content didn't seem too far behind. To close up day 1 of the tournament with representation of the Wolves, we had a match between Papa Chacon again, this time against Spiky, who tried his best to seize the chance and avenge Calcido, but only to lose the game 2-1, of course, in favor of the newly discovered FIFA beast, Papa Chacon. Now we head to March 9th for Rocket League. As a big collegiate tournament takes place, we had the participation of York University against Ontario Tech in the first match. A match that ended quickly 3-0 in favor of York, showing a lot of experience and teamwork all throughout, and leaving little space for Ontario to react. In the second match, Northwood Pink took a 3-0 victory against San Jose State, also in a very convincing fashion. Last but definitely not least, this third match saw Carolina University against York University, the most intense match of the night, at that including an overtime, as well as a 5th map, all ending in a 3-2 favor of Carolina. What a wonderful display of Rocket League. On March 10th and 11th, we had a Valorant tournament, which was an open to the collaboration of the NACL and Grilla.gg, where different teams from North America and Latin America participated for a prize of $500. There were 2 days of intense competition of high gameplay Valorant. Valorant is not a game to be taken lightly at that. When it gets intense, it will have players questioning their every move, so it's always really fun to experience. Scrub Division from Colombia surged as the winning team, claiming victory in the final with a rather resounding 2-0 against Loxer team, also from Colombia. We want to thank our sponsors for which this event could not be held, Grilla.gg and Roland and DeLorean. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. Next, we have the NACL news, starting with something great coming to New York. Syracuse University will be offering a new degree program focused on esports, called Esports Communications and Management, which will be jointly offered by the SI Newhouse School of Public Communications and the David B. Falk College of Sport and Human Dynamics. The program will include 3 different tracks: Esports Business and Management, Esports Communications, and Esports Media and Design. The program will begin enrolling students in fall 2024 and is designed to provide students with industry-specific competencies in event management, marketing, content creation, esports experience, and design. Syracuse University's Barnes Center at the Arch already had a designated gaming center, and with the university's esports club flourishing, this degree program is just the right move for the university's esports offering. The School of Business, Arts, and Sciences at American International College has begun recruiting students for 3 new academic degree programs designated to prepare students for fields in high demand. Thanks to a partnership with the LCMC, in affiliation with Rise Education, these programs will offer approximately 80% of coursework on campus, with the remaining 20% online, providing access to cutting-edge curriculum that prepares students for successful careers. First, the AIC's new cybersecurity program will equip students with the technical and business knowledge needed to secure high-paying and growing jobs in the field. The second program offers a public administration bachelor's degree developed to provide students with the necessary knowledge and skills to succeed in public sector roles. Lastly, the Esports and Gaming Administration program at AIC offers a business degree with a gaming industry specialization, providing businesses fundamentals that will last a lifetime. Launching in the fall of 2023, these new offerings expand AIC's academic portfolio of more than 40 interdisciplinary programs grounded in the liberal arts. Phillips University's Lubin School of Business recently launched the PACE Entrepreneurship Studio, PES, in a partnership with Israeli venture capital firm A&D Ventures, providing students, faculty, and alumni with dedicated guidance, resources, and tailor-made roadmaps for accelerating the growth of compelling business ideas from concept to company. 3 startups have been selected from a pool of 23 to undergo PES Studio process. Cloudonics, launched by Eric Klein and Nir Simeonovich, is a platform where companies can streamline their operations and enhance customer service. Gamer, founded by Sei Fakoya in 23, Eniola Edun, and Kunmi Adenipebi, produced a leading app that allows players from all over Africa to participate in large-scale tournaments. Lastly, Invest Ed, founded by Andrew Wong, will be an app with short videos and simple instructions where customers learn how to invest in different stock markets. With A&D Ventures' expertise of various investors, we'll hopefully see these wonderful projects come to thrive. Want to try them out?
The route for all esports growth starts here.
This is College Esports Now.
Tune in to College Esports Now for the most exciting updates and highlights in collegiate gaming.
Get ready for non-stop action and excitement. Experience the thrill of college esports
Every Friday and Sunday on ESTV.
The Ringling Rollers, the varsity football team of Ringling Colleges, will soon have a dedicated esports arena. With 10 live gaming stations, a lounge view area, an Xbox station, and a minimalist design with sealed concrete floors, dark walls, and ceilings, and all with high-quality lighting, this new arena is expected to provide a dedicated space for the Ringling Rollers to expand their competitive activities and develop their strategy. It will also offer plenty of space for them to enjoy their esports potential. The new arena will be located in the Nebulo de la Rivitel de la Ana and Alfred, and is expected to be finished in the summer of 2023 or ready for the fall of 2023 semester. This is sure to be a popular addition to the Ringling Colleges and a valuable asset to the Ringling Rollers. The University of Nebraska-Lincoln's College of Journalism and Mass Communications has announced plans to invest in an official esports team, along with an esports arena in the Nebraska Union. The arena will initially be accessible through a subscription service, with the hope that it will eventually become free to all students regardless of their major or affiliation with the team. There will be opportunities for students to get involved with shoutcasting, color commentating, and video production, as well as playing competitively. The team is expected to be formed by the beginning of the fall of 2023 semester, and the Nebraska Esports Club is working alongside the college to create a pathway for casual players to turn professional. The college is also exploring the possibility of offering scholarships to esports players. Now that would be something. Ohio University Eastern has finally established an esports center last March 7th, thanks to the growing interest in video gaming in the industry, and will provide students with access to top-notch gaming equipment along with a social platform to develop the students' soft skills while they enjoy their favorite games. Nearly 750 students form part of the Ohio University Esports Student Club, with over 1,300 students, faculty, staff, prospective students, and alumni in the Discord channel, so presumably this has been a long time coming. The center housed in Shannon Hall shows that the university is committed to providing its students with a well-rounded experience and further demonstrates the university's dedication to creating a welcoming environment for all the students and their diverse interests. The National Esports Performance Campus in Sunderland is a training facility that aims to develop future talent in the fast-growing esports industry. It's being developed by British Esports, the national body for esports in the UK. The campus is set to include an 11,000 square foot training complex with new digital and computing technology, an 100-seater esports arena, a dedicated esports stage, classrooms, performance, training rooms, broadcast and content production facilities, and even sim racing. Plans for expansion have recently been revealed thanks to further backing from the industry's national body. The campus will now feature an entertainment venue and accommodation for the UK's best esports and creative talent. The multi-million-pound campus will extend 30,000 square feet over separate premises in the city. The Grade 2 listed townhouses acquired by the British Esports are being converted into accommodation for the campus and will be able to host 25 people in self-contained living spaces. The buildings will also feature a digital performance and gaming room with new technologies. Overall, the National Esports Performance Campus aims to provide a comprehensive training environment for esports and creative talent, and these expansion plans will help to ensure that it can cater to the needs of the industry as it continues to grow. This year for International Women's Day, Xbox is going all out as is tradition, partnering with Esports U and Paydia Gaming. 3 gaming events and 2 content series were planned and designed to spotlight collegiate women gamers as well as up-and-coming female shoutcasters. The partnership will see the first ever women's team and 2 new female shoutcasters being sent to the National Collegiate Esports Commissioners Cup, the CECC, which will be held in Texas this upcoming May. Great effort to promote inclusion in the collegiate esports scene, don't you think? Additionally, during March and beyond, Xbox will be highlighting games available on the Microsoft stores that bring focus to powerful women protagonists and games created by women. A brand new gamer pick, profile theme, wallpapers, and avatar gadgets are to be added to Xbox as well as its PC app. Lastly, Xbox is also putting a live streaming service to the test. In honor of Girls Historical Past Month, the Xbox Perform staff may spotlight a few girl streamers and entice them to take over the Xbox Twitch channel. Great job, Xbox. Way to show them how it's done. Woo!
The route for all esports growth starts here.
This is College Esports Now.
Tune in to College Esports Now for the most exciting updates and highlights in collegiate gaming.
Get ready for non-stop action and excitement. Experience the thrill of college esports
Every Friday and Sunday on ESTV.
My name is Merck Anthony, representing the NACL here at the G Fuel booth in the Level Up Expo 2023. We got the one and only, the woman, the myth, the legend, Sniper Wolf. How you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. It has been a minute since I have seen you. I met you back in the day, 2015, when I first tried G Fuel for the first time at New York Comic Con. Fazeberry just came out. Man, you remember those days?
Yeah.
Man, I remember you were on like that hoverboard doing the thing. We all remember the good old days. But what is your favorite G Fuel flavor?
Right now it is probably hype sauce. I love hype.
In can or tub form?
In can.
That's facts. That is a amazing flavor. I woke up today and had a Spyro can, but obviously my favorite flavor is my flavor, Orange Tranthony. We love that flavor. Gotta make that can happen soon. Make it happen, boys. We're on day 429. Come on. You know what it is. But I gotta ask you some video game questions since we are a video game network. If you could live in any video game, what would it be?
I think it would be Kingdom Hearts.
You know?
It would be a nice, safe place to live.
It'd be very peaceful. You get to see all the cool characters.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Everybody in. I just love the universe. I love the characters.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to fight for my life every single day.
Yo, literally, a lot of games are just fighting for your life. No, I probably would do Minecraft, but it'd be pretty scary if I saw a creeper, to be honest. So Might not do that one. I might go with her answer. Okay. If you could turn any video game into a movie, what would it be?
Metal Gear. I don't know why they haven't done that yet.
Why haven't they?
I
That's one of the biggest franchises.
Yeah, and it would be such like an insane movie.
Dude, and they haven't done Zelda either.
Yeah.
And they're just doing Mario.
I feel like Zelda.
Yeah. Did you like Last of Us?
The show?
Yeah.
I haven't watched the show yet. I need to watch it, but like I heard.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's the best video game adaptation I've ever seen.
Yeah, because a lot of people I know haven't even never even played a video game and are watching it and they're like, wow, I love this show.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, how do you haven't even played the game yet? Like, you have no idea what's to come.
It's crazy. Like, if you played the game, like, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it is frame for frame, word for word, in certain periods of time, and a lot of periods of time. And they have made certain adjustments, but it's not to the point where it changes the story too much. It honestly makes sense, the changes they make, and it makes it a really good story. They're really good at bringing out the emotions in people and making it a real cinematic masterpiece. I definitely recommend you go watch that whenever you can.
Yeah, I will.
Well, that just concluded the NACL gaming news. Now, let's head over to the Esports U daily programming to catch up with the world of college esports. We start out the week on Monday, March 6th, for the NJC AAE Rocket League Round 4, featuring Alexandria Tech versus Lackawanna College. We are at the halfway point of the NJC AAE conference, and already we see Lackawanna being one of the undefeated teams. Can they extend their record against ATCC? From the get-go, Lackawanna was dominant in Game 1, as they kept on scoring goals throughout the match, getting all the way to 10 points, while ATCC had only 1. Game 2 was a lot slower paced than Game 1, but Lackawanna were still able to confidently score goals throughout the match. Game 3 was by far the fastest, as Lackawanna got a 1-second goal as soon as the kickoff happened. Lackawanna did not slow down after that, as they ended the game with a whopping 14 goals, keeping their undefeated streak alive. Ooh, mama. Next up, we head to the ECAC Conference for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for their Week 6 action, featuring Fisher Fall versus Penn State Berend. We finally get to see Fall 2022 champions as Fisher Fall takes on Penn State in Week 6. Tony Pajamas came out first for Fisher as he showed off on his nest as he took out 5 stocks by himself before falling to Penn State's Ares. G Extreme was next, and he got to show off his signature Pikachu as he took set 1 by defeating both Ares and Whack while only losing 1 stock. G Extreme stayed in as a starter for set 2, and he was in the zone as he was able to take down all 3 members of Penn State by himself, going all the way to his very last stock in the second matchup. With 2 weeks left of the regular season, Fisher is looking to dominate the standings. Next, we head to Tuesday, the 7th, for the Padilla Cup Matchmaking Season Week 4, featuring UH Scarlet versus Powerpuff Girls. It's a rematch for these 2 teams, as off-stream UH Scarlet was able to defeat the powerhouses in Powerpuff Girls. Can they repeat history here again? It was a close first half, as both teams were able to go on round win streaks, as players like Powerpuff Girls' Aura and Scarlet's Orchid were popping off. The Powerpuff Girls round wins came to an end as Orchid was able to find herself an ace, which led to Scarlet winning the next 6 rounds for the Pearl Map 1 win. Last week, we saw Scarlet get a 13-0 victory on Fracture, and it looked like they wanted to repeat that dominance as they came out swinging. Powerpuff Girls tried their hardest to take a couple rounds, but that is all they were able to take, as Scarlet came home with the victory to remain undefeated in the standings. Next, we head to the ECAC for their Valorant Week 6, featuring Penn State Berend versus Adelphi University. It's time to finally see 2 of the undefeated teams in the ECAC duke it out, as we have Penn State Berend versus Adelphi. Penn State were showing why they have yet to lose a single map, but Adelphi were also pushing back, as Tycoon was showing up as Adelphi's carry. Tycoon wasn't enough, however, as Penn State had a game plan and they stuck with it, which led to them taking Split as their Map 1 win. Icebox was a similar story, as both teams kept on taking rounds from each other, but the standout performer was Penn State's Shotzi, as they got an incredible ace against Adelphi. Surprisingly enough, it was all tied up at the first half, and it was anyone's game, as Adelphi managed to get a flawless pistol round. that would be it for Adelphi as Penn State Bren ramped up in their aggression and took the series 2-0. Well done, Penn State. Next, we head to the Mountain West Conference for Overwatch 2 Round 4 gameplay, featuring Air Force Academy versus Colorado State University. Both these two Mountain West teams are still looking for their first win of the season, but only one of them can secure that today. Colorado State were off to a great start as they took the first win with a perfect 100% on the point, but on the second point, Air Force were putting up a fight. It would not be enough, however, as Colorado State's Dio was able to clean up several fights which gave his team the first map. Colorado State did not stop there, as on map 2, we saw them take out Air Force's offensive and defensive options, leading to match point for Colorado State. With their backs against the wall, Air Force tried to switch things up to maybe take us to a map 4, but Colorado State's finish was there to stop any counter and gave Colorado State their first win of the split.
The route for all esports growth starts here.
This is College Esports Now.
Tune in to College Esports Now for the most exciting updates and highlights in collegiate gaming.
Get ready for non-stop action and excitement. Experience the thrill of college esports.
Every Friday and Sunday on ESTV.
Next, we head to Wednesday, March 8th, for the ECAC Conference for Rocket League Week 6, featuring the St. Lawrence University Mets versus University of Kentucky. With playoffs just around the corner for the ECAC, St. Lawrence is looking to secure a spot in the playoffs, while Kentucky wants to secure a higher seed. The series started off with a bang for Kentucky as several of their members, like Doofy, were able to make crazy solo plays, happened to secure goals, which ended in their first win. Game 2 was ramping up as several Kentucky members were able to get hat tricks, which ended with them getting a total of 10 goals in the match. St. Lawrence would not falter as they got the first goal within seconds and also managed to send the game into overtime. Sadly, it wouldn't be enough as Kentucky's Festive slammed the ball into the net to send the series to match point. St. Lawrence was all out of steam by the fourth game as Kentucky was able to get another 10-goal game to secure the 4-0 victory for Kentucky. Next, we head to the ECAC Conference for Overwatch Week 6, featuring Ohio Northern University versus University of Delaware. Right now, both Ohio Northern and Delaware are sitting at a solid 3-2 record. Which of these two teams will be moving up in the standings tonight? We started off on Lejong Tower, and it was a war between the two squads, as every point went to 99% for both teams, but the victor for the first map was Delaware. Going over to Kings Row, Delaware managed to hold off Ohio Northern's attack on the first point, and when it was Delaware's time to attack, all it took was one team kill to get them the match point. Rialto was a similar story to Kings Row, as Ohio Northern were able to push the payload right until the first point, while Delaware went beyond that after a nice engage from Carter's Genji. With this win, Delaware moves up in the top half of the ECAC standings. Well done, Delaware. Now it's Thursday, March 9th, as we head to the NJCAAE Conference for Valorant Round 4, featuring Blinn College versus Suffolk County Community College. Coming into Round 4, Suffolk remained undefeated in the standings, but they have a tough opponent coming up in Blinn. Suffolk were able to grab some of the early rounds on Ascent, but several of Blinn's players, like Teague, were not making it easy. Despite losing early, Blinn were able to grab dominant round wins, which led them to grab the 13-6 victory over Suffolk in Map 1. The momentum was in Blinn's favor on Haven, as already in the opening rounds, Archery was able to secure a breathtaking ace. Suffolk were able to grab some rounds in between, but it was never easy for them as Blinn kept on pushing until they were able to take the series in a 2-0 sweep. Blinn College, one of the favorites. Next, we head to the ECC Conference for Valorant Round 5, featuring New York Tech versus College of Staten Island, the Dolphins. No matter what game it is, all you have to know is that NYIT versus CSI will always be a banger matchup. Will it be the same today? The first half looked like it would be an NYIT blowout after players like Zisserare kept on getting multi-kills, but the Dolphins were able to hold them off and surprisingly get us to an even half. Both teams kept on trading rounds, but it finally went into NYIT's favor after an explosive ace from Visor led them to the Haven victory. Going over to Ascent, the Dolphins was able to look like a different team as they breezed through the first half, getting it to the cursed 9-3 scoreline. It seemed like the curse might come into fruition until CSI's Shifty put out the performance of a lifetime to take us to series point. Split was our final map and both teams were playing their hearts out as we saw every player making plays left and right. However, NYIT were the ones coming out on top in the end of the day. CSI's Shifty tried a last-minute Hail Mary by getting a quick ace on the 18th round, but it wasn't enough, as the round after, NYIT were able to clinch it to claim the 2-1 victory in the ECC Conference. We round out the week with Friday, March 10th, for the NJC AAE Conference Overwatch 2 Week 4, featuring Brian Stratton versus Northwest College. It's the battle of the undefeated teams as Northwest College takes on the 3-time NJC AAE champs, Brian and Stratton. It was a dominant showing on the first map for Brian Stratton as they got back-to-back 100-0 holds on the point as NWC could only look on. It was a similar scenario on Kings Row as Northwest were not able to leave their spawn on attack, and once Brian Stratton got their turn to attack, they made quick work to take us to match point. Brian and Stratton continued their aggression as they just kept on securing team kills on the third map, resulting in a series win as Brian and Stratton remained undefeated. Next up is the ECC Conference for more Overwatch 2 Week 5 gameplay featuring Malloy University versus New York Tech. The standings for the ECC Overwatch have some ties as both NYIT and Malloy are 2-2 as we move into Week 5. Malloy was able to get the first point in 99%, but NYIT were able to counteract that claim as they took the point soon after. NYIT were able to finish off the first map with a perfect 100% hold as Malloy could do nothing. Malloy's Dark Hybrid was starting a highlight reel on Kings Row as they just kept on hitting shots on Ash, which led their team to push the payload all the way to the end with no time to spare. It wasn't enough as NYIT were able to quickly push the payload to the end with a lot of time left over as they quickly won overtime as well. It was a similar story on the third map as Malloy were nearly able to push the payload to the end, but NYIT did one better and pushed it further to claim a pure sweep 3-0 win. Next up, the ECC Conference for League of Legends Week 6, featuring Farmingdale State College versus Malloy University. It's a rematch of the Fall 2022 Finals, as Farmingdale are looking to repeat their victory against Malloy. It was a close game one as the teams kept on trading kills until Farmingdale's Terrence was able to secure a dominant quadra kill to swing the lead in their favor. Not even 3 minutes later, Farmingdale State were able to secure an ace in Malloy's base to win game one. For most of game two now, Farmingdale were in the driver's seat and it looked like they would walk all the way to the end with the sweep until Malloy's Blue Violet won a tense late game team fight. With death timers being so long, Blue Violet was able to teleport to the enemy base to send us to a third game for a quick backdoor. It seemed like there was no more gas in the tank for Malloy though, as Farmingdale State were able to repeat their dominant performance to take the series win. Lastly, we have the Mountain West Conference Overwatch 2 Round 5, featuring Boise State University versus University of New Mexico. Boise just won the CECC West Regional this past weekend, and now they are looking to continue their undefeated Mountain West streak. University of New Mexico were able to claim a couple percentages, but Boise was just too strong, and were quickly able to make the first map a 2-0 for Boise. Boise switched it up a bit in map number 2 with some role swaps, but they were still able to hold off against University of New Mexico and made it to match point. Boise's Goblin, who is taller than me, was one of the top fraggers on our third map, as his Pharah just kept on getting multiple multi-kills. Boise were able to use that momentum to claim another victory in their pocket to remain undefeated in the Mountain West Conference, purely dominant. This weekend we had a special event in the Paideia Cup CECC qualifier day 1 on Saturday, the 11th. We got 10 teams competing in the Paideia Cup CECC qualifier, but only one of these teams can claim that spot to Arlington. We started off with the University of Michigan taking out the Buckeye Gaming Collective in dominant fashion, with duelist Tina getting herself several multi-kills. UH Scarlet was also able to claim a fast win against San Diego Navy to guarantee their spot to the winners semifinals. Our first best of 3 was Carleton versus USF, and Carleton made it a quick one as they only lost a total of 4 rounds in the entire match. Our final match of the day was the battle of the top seeds as UH Scarlet took on Carleton. Map 1 went to Icebox, and it was a close-fought battle until Carleton's OK Tina and Tranquil were able to claim some aces to secure the win. UH Scarlet tried to put up another fight in the second map, but it wasn't enough, and Carleton booked their ticket to the grand finals on day 2. Rounding out the weekend, we have the Paideia Cup CECC qualifier day 2 finals on Sunday the 12th. From 10 teams to 4, we start off day 2 with the lower bracket semifinals with the University of California San Diego Navy versus Michigan. Despite being the lower seeded team, San Diego were taking rounds off Michigan convincingly, only losing 1 or 2 members in the process. After Tina secured a clean ace, it was a 2-0 victory for San Diego Navy that booked a rematch in the lower finals against UH Scarlet. Map 1 almost had us go to the first overtime of the whole weekend, but Scarlet was just 1 step further than San Diego Navy in that regard. San Diego's Tina tried to keep her team's dream alive, but it wasn't enough, as UH Scarlet beat San Diego yet again so they could face off against Carleton in the grand finals. Despite Fracture being UH Scarlet's pick and Orchid getting an ace, Carleton was too dominant on the map, making it look like a repeat of the upper bracket finals from day 1. Our second map looked like it would go the distance into overtime, but Carleton's Aquinoctium was able to clutch it easily and secure her team's spot at the CECC finals in Arlington. Thank you for joining us for week number 4 of College Esports Now. I hope you're now up to date with all the latest action and news in the college esports universe. From everyone at College Esports Now, we'll see you next week for all the hype, storylines, and competition in college esports.